Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out!
It's the FA Cup fifth round. The FA Cup, the oldest cup competition in the world. And today we're bringing you two games, starting first with Newcastle United versus Brighton, and later on we're bringing you Manchester United versus Fulham. Well, Newcastle on the back of only one win in their last two games and conceded 10 goals in those three games. So they do welcome back today Alexander Isak from injury. And just to give you the early team changes, we have our match commentator, Ross Vernon.
Thank you very much, Paul. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, depending where you are this afternoon watching and listening to our coverage today. Brighton made one change to their side, who beat Bournemouth last time out there. The visitors today, Diego Gomez is replaced in the lineup by Jack Inshelwood. For Newcastle United, they make 6 changes. Key notes is that the return of Alexander Isak into the side today. Martin Dubravka replaces Nick Pope in goal as well, while Joe Linton, Aubrey Barnes, Lewis Melly and Kieran Trippier also return. Missing out completely is Lewis Hall. He's not in the matchday squad today. When Gimenez, Jacob Murphy, Joe Willock, Callum Wilson all drop down to the bench. The referee today is Anthony Taylor, assisted by Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn. For officials, Andy Magley. VAR, James Bell, assisted by Konstantin Akadakis. And support VAR is Graham Scott. It's Newcastle against Brighton from 1:45.
Thank you very much, Ross. Yes, well, Brighton, on the other hand, they are on a hot streak right now. 4 wins in their last 4 games, including a League and Cup double over Chelsea. With only 2 goals conceded in those 4 games and a total of 11 goals scored. So this is on form versus off form today, but as we all know, this is a FA Cup and anything can happen. Ross, I think one of the highlight team changes today for both sides is the return of Alexander Isak. How important is that for Newcastle today? 19 goals in the Premier League.
It's very important, Paul. They've missed, I think, in recent matches, they've missed him. They've struggled to score goals. They've struggled against Liverpool to score in midweek, and they've been struggling recently as well. The big news is they're getting a boost today with Isak returning to the side. He's a fantastic player, fantastic goal scoring. Just in enough time, Paul, because in a couple of weeks' time, Newcastle will be in the FA Cup, in the Carabao Cup final, should I say, against Liverpool, which is a big boost for that. He returns today after injury. And listening to Eddie Howe pre-game, he was always going to make today. He rested him as a precaution to make sure he was ready for this game today, rather than playing in the midweek game against Liverpool.
And just to touch quickly on Brighton's form, I know the players are in the tunnel, so I'm going to come to you in a moment, but just to touch on Brighton, if you look at, in contrast to their squad, their leading goal scorers, and there's 3 of them that have 7 goals this season in the league, Welbeck, Pedro and Matoma, yet they're chugging along quite well, aren't they? 4 wins in the last 4 games.
Yeah, Fabian Ursula's doing a remarkable job at Brighton, Paul. You've seen how well they do in recent matches. In the last round, they knocked out Chelsea, which was a massive shock to some people. But the way Brighton play is also a big surprise to me. And Brighton going very, very quietly about their business. Not many people notice how Brighton doing the games. But Brighton, a really good team. Some good players in that team. Minter, who was once with Newcastle. João Pedro, really good goal scorer as well. Jorginho Rutter, good by the name of Jorginho, really good player, signed from Leeds in the summer. But we've got some other good players in there. Inshaw back inside today, really good player as well, and we've got a good balance at the back as well.
Right, well, we're going to hand over to Ross right now. It's such a wonderful atmosphere at St James's Park. I can't imagine a better venue for an FA Cup 5th round. Ross, over to you, my friend.
Thank you very much, Paul. Good afternoon, everyone. The teams are turned to the field of play as we get ready for this big FA Cup clash. I mean, Ursula and Eddie Howe shake hands as the teams get ready to get us off and underway. We'll go you through the full lineups in just a second or so as we get ready for this FA Cup clash this afternoon. I can tell you, Newcastle United led Leilani with Martin Dubravka in goal. Kieran Trippier, the captain, is a right back. Fabian Schär, Dan Burn and Tino Livramento make up the back four for Newcastle United. Lewis Smiley, Sandro Tonali and the returning Joel Linton in midfield. And the up front is Harvey Barnes, Alexander Isak and Anthony Gordon. Amongst the bench is Nick Pope, Callum Wilson, Matt Targett, Emil Kraft, Will Sula, Jacob Murphy, Joe Willock, Sean Longstaff and the club captain Bruno Guimaraes. Amty, Van Eyck, Webster, Estepinian across the back, Baleba and Isherwood in midfield, Minter, Jorginho and Matoma just behind Yao, Pedro on the bench, McGill, March, Gunda, Adingra, Cashin, who's from Derby County, Danny Welbeck, Gomez, Yare and Wiffer, as it's going to be Brighton about to get us off and underway. Then just a reminder of the match officials today. Anthony Taylor's in charge with the man in the middle. Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn are his assistants on either flank. Andy Madley is the one with the board, telling how many stoppages there's going to be and substitutions. He's a fourth official. VAR James Bell, assisted by Konstantin Akadakis, with Graham Scott, the support VAR, and with the Seagulls in their chain strip of yellow will get us off and underway. And we're now underway in the FA Cup clash between Newcastle United and Brighton. It's a long ball followed there by Bart, the Bruggen up towards the penalty area, heads up and away. Only as far as Jaco Minter now wins the ball and then he gives it away again, and then Trippier sends a long ball forward towards the penalty area, but it's only picked up by the Bruggen again, and here is the captain Webster who sends a long ball forward down towards our left hand side where Kyle Matoma's there up against Kieran Trippier. Matoma's there in possession, does well here Kyle Matoma. Good ball back in now and he's played in towards the penalty. It was a penalty just cleared away. William ball in there by Jack Inselwood, who was up in support of the Brighton players in around that penalty area. Now Tarek Lamptey, brilliant player he is, and a good footballing brain on him as well. Young player there, as Van Eyck almost lost out in possession, and he plays the ball forward out of play, looking for the run there of Tarek Lamptey. Looks to win a throw, which have taken quickly through Tino Livramento. Brighton and Newcastle, really good, two good sides in the Premier League this season, going fairly well as Newcastle win an early goal kick after Jorginho's block clearance from Dan Burn down the line was blocked by the former Leeds United man. Martin Dubravka has been Newcastle's number one goalkeeper in the FA Cup this season. And today's no different, as Newcastle win the ball on halfway through Joel Linton, but then they've robbed it. Into Matoma. Now it's Yao Pedro, brilliant beat from him. Out wide, this near side, the right, and Minter. Now Minter loses out, up against Anthony Gordon, and Gordon gets the ball forward to Tino Livramento. Does really, really well here. Knocks the ball infield. Here's Sandro Tonali. Drops it back then into the path of Fabian Schär, and Newcastle try and come forward. Good ball into the midfield there, and Lewis Smiley turns into Tonali. Now Dan Burn with possession. Already goes into the path there of the number 21 in Livramento. Nice forward, and Harvey Barnes is charging forward here. Wonderful bit of play from Barnes. He does well here and finds Livramento to Gordon. Gordon back in towards Harvey Barnes inside the penalty area. Barnes holds the ball up, crosses in towards the back post, headed down by Isak off the post, and then fires it over the rebound. Alexander Isak back into the side and almost scoring early on, but an header off of the crossbar, back down and just puts it just wide in the end. And so lucky there from Newcastle United. Alexander Isak, the man you wanted in that position after Barnes was really, really well. His initial header comes back off the goalkeeper and the post, and then he blazes over the rebound. Really should be hitting the target there, and that really should be 1-0 to Newcastle United. As the Bruggen has the ball at his feet, bringing him towards the edge of the penalty area. Isak closing him down as he plays it out to John Paul Van Eck, who clears in long downfield looking for the run of Jaco Minter up against Dino Livramento, and Livramento does exceptionally well there to win his side of goal kick up against the tricky Brighton winger. Come up towards 4 minutes gone here. Looks like they're taking the goal away to mine right in the first half, incidentally. Then their traditional black and white striped shirts. Their home kit, black shorts, black socks, with Brighton adopting an all yellow strip today. Be interested to see who comes out on top in this FA Cup clash. It's a battle of two really good sides who have played some good football this season in the Premier League, and Jorginho's been fouled there for a foul on Sandro Tonali. The whistle didn't go initially as he broke away with possession, and he can't believe that challenge as we see it again here. It's an eye boo, but they both beat you up then. He doesn't catch Tonali there. Look at it from this angle here. He gets a touch to the ball there, Jorginho, nicks the ball away. And Tonali, in my opinion, has conned the referee into giving a free kick there, but looks like an early free kick, which will be taken by Kieran Trippier. Some people may see that challenge a bit different, and Trippier will just take set now and lifts his arm aloft. He looks to pull this ball in towards the penalty area, towards this centre spot, and it's a free kick. Foul on the edge of the box there. Dan Burn catches the ball, walks away with it, gives it to Anthony Taylor. So Brighton can have a free kick. Foul was on Paul Van Eck. In there. In fact, it was up Webster. Burn pushed away and Van Eck went down as well. And I think he's given it for the foul. Let's see where it's taken from the challenge from Van Eck he's given for. And I didn't feel that was a foul. I felt more like one on Webster was a foul. But the referee gave a free kick, which was the correct call, but for the wrong offence in my opinion. As Nooks are back in possession now, and Marler sends the ball long downfield looking for the win of Isak. He's given the ball away. The Labour gets the ball forward, and Rutter plays a new 1-2 with Pedro. Pedro's in towards the penalty area. He goes down on the edge of the box. That's one of free kick. The referee said no, he's in a good position. Pedro stays down as Brighton just to pull the ball out of play. And Pedro now back onto his feet, just clutching his chest at the moment, putting his head towards the ground as he goes back down on his haunches. And we'll just look at this again. There's a body check there, no free kick though. He stepped across him. Some officials will get a free kick there, but not for me on that occasion. Really was a chance for Isak early on. Look, as Kieran Trippier is just down at the moment, that's why he's not back underway just yet. And looks to get that down and just holding his knees now, stands back up, and Fabian Ursula having a word there with the fourth official, Andy Madley. And Fabian Ursula is not happy that a free kick wasn't given there for his Brighton side, as Webster just pushed the ball straight out of play for a throw into Newcastle. 7 minutes gone here, still goals between Newcastle United and Brighton. Shaw sends the ball downfield. Isak chasing after this up against Webster. Webster just pushed his foot through the ball back towards Verbruggen. And does he go out to play for a corner? Indeed he does. Corner kick to Newcastle United. Poor communication between Webster and Verbruggen there. I thought Verbruggen were a bit further back than what he was. And then Verbruggen just launched it into the top tier of the far stand. But from the back is Burn. Isak's in there. Shaw's in there too from the back. As his Trippier will take the corner, whipped in towards the penalty area, headed away by Van Eck. And he's back in towards the penalty area. Estepinian challenges with Trippier and comes out on top, does play with Estepinian. And he runs towards his own box and just clears up to Rutter. Good bit of work from the former Leeds man. And now here comes Jaco Minter. Jorginho Rutter making A good start to his Brighton career. He's on possession now. Here's Terry Lamptey out wide. Back into his penalty. Rutters in there. Calm down end of the initial ball in. He tries to close down Dan Burn, and Burn does well to clear the ball away. Here comes Anthony Gordon, and Burns on a run down this left hand side. If Newcastle can find him, he's making a run towards the penalty. He's over on that far side with Barnes there. Barnes launching towards the penalty, towards the back post, looking to where Burn was arriving. And now for Harvey Barnes, after the clearance was collected by the former Leicester City winger. Now he's in the centre circle with Shaw, on to Sandro Tonali. Lewis Smiley, good player he is. Just starting ahead of Joe Linton today, who starting ahead of Gunnar today, shall I say, with Joe Linton and Sandro Tonali in midfield, Lewis Smiley. And after he was rested in midweek, as Newcastle concede a goal kick, as we just see the Brighton chance again. Jakob Minter there, picking up possession, a really good run, playing in towards Jorginho, who does well. Good ball out wide to Terry Lamb, just forced him a bit wide, and then he just couldn't pick him out for the return ball there. But decent build-up play from Brighton, just lacking something in the final third at the moment, in my personal opinion. As here is Tariq Lamptey, who does well here. Here is Gordon, good bit of work from Anthony Gordon, and he gives the ball away. Rutter nips it from Matoma. Good play from Brighton. Jorginho now picks up the ball again. And left side of the penalty, Jorginho Rutter, and he's out of play now. With Brighton throwing. Good stop by the Seagulls in this opening 10 minutes. Rutter getting involved and showing some good skills and good movement here. Newcastle 0, Brighton of Albion 0. And the ball is now with the path of Van Eyck back to his own goalkeeper, Verbruggen, who clears long downfield, and out of play it goes for a Newcastle throw-in, which Tino Livramento will take. He beside their own half, just level with the dugout. He's thrown it back to Dubravka, and now it's gone all the way to the left, to the right hand side for Fabian Schär to charge forward into Miley, and further wide is Trippier back to Miley once more. Back it goes to Fabian Schär. Tonali turns away and finds Dan Burn forward into Livramento over the halfway line on this near side of the left into Gordon, who plays inside, and he gets the return pass from Joe Linton back to Livramento, back to Gordon again, but Livramento's flagged offside there. And one thing I've not mentioned today in this game, today in the later game, which we'll be bringing with Paul, is semi-automated offsides. Well, on that occasion, they didn't need semi-automated offsides to work out that Tino Livramento was offside. You could just look straight across the line and see that it was clearly offside. Correct call by the linesman over on that far side, which I am told is Adam Nunn over on that far side. Guys, Beswick is on that near side, from what I've been told, as the ball is played forward all the way through to his goalkeeper, Dubravka there, who claims possession well. Now it's Dan Burn into Tino Livramento. Like he goes to Burn, and Jorginho closing him down well, and good pressing from Jorginho, and that's what he got. Biggest part of this season so far from Jorginho, and he's played the number 14 for Brighton. And Livramento is, let's say, this throwing for Newcastle. Jorginho closing down his minutes. He finds Joe Linton from that throw in. It was being forced by Jakob Minter, and he plays a crossfield pass looking to pick out Trippier, who collects possession in the sun. He had to watch it coming out of the sky because the sun was that bright over on that far side. But that ball is poor, straight out of play from crossfield for the throw into Brighton, which will be taken by Tariq Lamptey, as Belabor and Joe Linton are trying to hug each other here. Lamptey drops it back to Van Eyck, who can try and fetch this ball forward. If you're tuning in for the very first time today, hello, welcome along to the Comtrubs coverage. It's Newcastle against Brighton in the FA Cup. 0-0 is the scoreline. Good afternoon to you, Media Radio Jingles and Gaming. we have got another game later for you. We've got Manchester United against Fulham later. That's going to be brought to us by Paul James, who is in situ there ahead of that game as he's presenting our coverage for this game today. Here comes Newcastle against Brighton as Lamptey comes forward for Brighton in our first offering of the FA Cup today. Third FA Cup. This is the second FA Cup match of the week for us, of the FA Cup weekend. We had the Villa game on Friday night, and our third and final offering will come in the game at Old Trafford later between Manchester United and Fulham, with Paul James providing you the commentary on that one today. Van Eyck has possession and he feeds the ball in there to the number 41 Insherwood, who keeps calm in possession. Started well as Insherwood in this game today. He's looked good in the front of the back four. As is Rutter, can't get the ball forward and he bounces through and behind for a goal kick-off of the Frenchman. As Ben finds Livramento, ball down the line into Gordon. It was good to have JB back on our airwaves Friday night with the FA Cup match between Aston Villa and Cardiff. And it's now Joel Linton drops it back to Dan Burn, and Burn will find Pope, back to Burn again. And he's giving it all the way into Kyle Matoma. Matoma, it was a penalty. Belaber's there, shot his block, Belaber again. Can't get a second strike in a goal there. And Brighton almost getting in there. And now Gordon down at the other end for Newcastle. Into Alexander Isak. It's shot straight down the throat there of Barker Buggen, but from one end to the other, and that's how quick Newcastle can transition the play. Brilliant bit of play from Gordon into Isak, who apologises there, but we'll see this ball again. And Joel Linton he was to give the ball away into Matoma. Does well there, Kyle Matoma, drops it back to Belaber, whose shot was blocked by Burn, and he made amends for his error playing it into Joel Linton like he did, which gave the ball to Brighton. And now here's Estepinian coming forward with Brighton over on that far side of the left. We'll ball towards the penalty areas. Now Sean Nipson on that right centre back spot and gives the ball to Webster. Now Van Eyck into Insherwood again. Inside the centre circle, midway inside the Newcastle half. Out wide to our left hand side, and Estepinian, who started well at left back today for Brighton. No real opportunities for Newcastle to get down that side in shape of Harvey Barnes and Anthony Gordon on either flank against the two full-backs for Brighton in Lamptey and Estepinian. Labour and Insherwood doing a good job in the defensive midfield role to stop the supply lines through towards Isak. And Labour just telling Insherwood where to play it as John comes short to get it back. There's Belaber gets it back from Rutter this time. There's Lamptey, good bit of play this from Brighton. Holds up the ball well, finds Rutter back in towards Lamptey. He gives the ball back to Livramento and he controls it in. He's cleared away by Dubravka. Sloppy that from Newcastle United down the back. It took too long there, Dubravka, to get the ball clear. And it remains Newcastle 0, Brighton 0. And let's see how long it takes for the first goal of this game to arrive. I'll remind you of some of the FA Cup scores from yesterday, which Plymouth were up to their old tricks. To the league, but fell short in the end against Manchester City at the Etihad yesterday. And I can tell you that Crystal Palace knocked out Millwall, and some savoury scenes at Sellers Park yesterday lunchtime. And in the Old Championship affair, Preston knocked out Burnley. Our friend and colleague JB John Stuttard, who we went on Friday night, we're happy with a player involvement in that game. So we'll keep you up to. So we'll spoke to JB about his. So we spoke to JB on that. And can understand why he's passionate about the side, and the reasons why he's so passionate about Burnley getting knocked out of the FA Cup. But sometimes he can go a bit over the top with some of his reactions. In my personal opinion, that is. Yes, Media Radio Jingles and Gaming. We'll have the quarter-final draw coming up later. Following the conclusion of Manchester United Fulham. I'll tell you who's doing that later. It is Matoma into Yao Pedro instead of the penalty. Now Pedro still going. Sets up. Insured comes out to Belabor, who just takes too long and Nooks will win the ball back. As here's Gordon, who goes down on the challenge of Lamptey and wins a side free kick. I can tell you, next Media Radio Jingles and Gaming, our very good friend Nicholas Jones will be bringing you the FA Cup quarter-final draw this evening, and we'll have all the numbers on the screen for the draw, and then we'll have the draw up on our screens once the draw has been made, so you can see who's got who in the FA Cup draw this evening, as we'll bring you that as well this evening. As the ball towards the penalty, towards the back post, and it's cleared away this time by number 17 for Brighton there, Minter back there doing some real good defending to help his side out, which is what the two wingers who supporting Pedro and Rutter in attack does. As Rutter, when Brighton haven't got possession, he's like the back 4-5-1 with Rutter dropping into the midfield as well, leaving Yao Pedro up front on his own, but Rutter closing him down this time. Here comes Sherwood, giving away to Nooks, got his own possession in towards Isak, edge of the box. Joel Linton, back towards Isak, back to Joel Linton again. Livramento now. Gordon, Livramento goes down, crossed in, and Nooks have got a penalty. Foul on Tino Livramento as he found the ball back to Anthony Gordon. Newcastle United have been awarded a penalty kick. It's a challenge on Tino Livramento from Jaco Minter, and I've got to say he's soft, but I would have to say it is definitely a penalty kick. Kicks him after the ball's gone, and I think the referee there had to tell him wait to see for an advantage first. There was no advantage, and Jaco Minter's challenge is being penalised. A penalty kick for Newcastle United, and Jaco Minter just lifts his shirt over his eyes. He can't believe what he's done here. And this now could be the chance that Newcastle need to take the lead. Alexander Isak stood with ball in arm as he waits for the go-ahead to take this penalty kick. Up against Vart Verbruggen. Come Verbruggen, save here from Alexander Isak. Isak puts the ball down and he's looking on. Deep breaths. Verbruggen just watching on here. Alexander Isak against Bart Verbruggen then. The chance to make it 1-0 to Newcastle. Isak! He does make it 1-0. Verbruggen went the right way, but the eye on the shot from Alexander Isak and the power behind that shot means that Newcastle United take the lead against Brighton Hove Albion, and it's the returning Alexander Isak back into the side and back amongst the goals, and Jaco Minter, he's got a face like he knows that was a silly challenge to make, and we just see this penalty again. Good pace and power on the ball and good position as well. Definite spot kick and a brilliant finish into the top corner. Beyond Verbruggen's dive, he gets the right way into the top left hand corner as Isak looked, right hand corner as Verbruggen dived, and Newcastle United take a 1-goal lead over Brighton in the FA Cup. Such a silly challenge to make from Jaco Minter, and all the hard work that Brighton have done to keep Newcastle out was just gone to waste now. 22 minutes, the goal's being timed out for Alexander Isak, who gives Newcastle a 1-goal lead as Verbruggen sends the ball long downfield after getting the ball back from the kick-off as Lamptey puts it back into the Newcastle right back area. Drippy just sends the ball forward. Belabor and Webb's almost getting each other's way. There's Insherwood to the formation Belabor, who goes down and a free kick to Brighton, and they've taken it very, very quickly. And a ball from Webster into Jakob Minter, who gave away that penalty. Wants to make amends now. Jakob Minter went towards the penalty area. Too much on that ball in the end, and he's through to the goalkeeper there. It remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 0 as Isak is coming forward in towards the penalty area, giving away to Estepina. Now he finds Lamptey. Good ball here from Tarek Lamptey, who controls well. Back it goes to Verbruggen, who did get the right way from that penalty kick, but Isak's power on the ball was too much, and he got the eye right to be the goalkeeper and give Newcastle a 1-goal lead as the ball is over the top for Pedro to chase. Now Pedro only left in corner of the penalty area, in towards the penalty area, goes from ball. Only a corner's been given though. Dan Bernal there blocking the cross in. Was some small appeals for ball by Jorginho, and then inside the penalty area. Look at this again. I've seen them given in the Premier League for them. Challenges, that's what happened in the Premier League last week, where the turn and hit his elbow and was given as a penalty this week in the FA Cup. It has not been given. Estepinian will take this corner kick then for Brighton, and they find a way back into this game as the corner comes in. Pedro wins the header up into the air. Bernese to back to Pedro again, back in towards the penalty area, and Dubravka claims it well, and it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 0, and 25 minutes on the clock. Newcastle a good value for their lead, in my opinion. As here they come again, as it's back now with Dubravka into the Livramento. Must go Dubravka Verbruggen there. As Byrne clears long downfield, left footed up towards Isak, who wins his header. Given away to Kalamatomo, but the offside flag up against Alexander Isak. And the free kick goes the way of the visitors here this afternoon. Newcastle 1, Brighton 0 in the FA Cup. As we have Brighton in possession with Van Eyck, and it'd be interesting to see now how Brighton get on in this game, and whether they can come back into it or not. So they've played well this season. They've got Welbeck on the bench, Adingre who can score, March as well, Vipers on there as well, who can get amongst the goals if it's necessary. Erin Cashin, centre back by Trey, but can play a bit further up if needs be. As Jorginho tries to chase Lorenzo to Matoma, and Dubravka gets it back to Trippier, and Trippier watches on as he plays the ball away for Tonali to play forward, and Brighton have got the ball back as Insherwood can't pick out a teammate, so he's giving it back to Newcastle. Trippier now sends this ball forward up towards Isak, who does well. He come back from the offside position that time. The referee says, and linesman says no. Joe Linton helps the ball on to Anthony Gordon. Good player from Newcastle United. Gordon cuts in field. Still going Anthony Gordon. Takes a strike and is saved by Verbruggen. Straight down the throat of Verbruggen there. 27 minutes on the clock and almost 2-0. Brilliant bit of play from Alexander Isak. Brilliant control and fantastic play by the Newcastle forward. And then Gordon cuts in and straight down the throat of Verbruggen there. And Isak, so far in this game, has shown why he's needed in this Newcastle side, for me, in my opinion anyway, because without him they lack creativity as the vocal point as the number 9, because Wilson is a good striker, but he's not the same as Isak. He doesn't put himself about as much as Isak does, and Callum Wilson, and Wilson was a different type of profile as well. So if they to play the Eddie Howe way and the Eddie Howe formation, in my opinion, they need Isak up there, Newcastle United. Otherwise, they could struggle in matches, which he proved against Liverpool in midweek when they fell to a 2-0 defeat in that game in the Premier League. and was a repeat of the Carabao Cup finals. Pedro gets there as he tries to play the ball out wide to Estepinian. Still going, he's pushed playing under pressure. But just manages to keep the ball in, but giving the ball away to Estepinian. Now, Sherwood, who delivers across in towards the back post, looking for Minter. With a Minter, heads clear. Minter nips in the head of Gordon. Harry Lamptey's there as Gordon nips in to get it off him, and he's brought him down, and that should be a yellow card there too. But Terry Lamptey, in my opinion, the yellow card does come out. He's late. He's a definite booking. And for me, they can have no complaints there. Brilliant bit of play. Just takes him out. And that, for me, is a definite yellow card. And you've got to say, no way. He didn't get the ball like he suggested there, Terry Lamptey. I think what saved him from picking up more than the yellow is because he stood wearing showing, he just slid him from behind and just took him out, and challenges from behind are normally just yellow cards anyway, unless there's some excessive force or stood showing. Dubravka to take the free kick, then on about halfway, 30 minutes, towards 30 minutes on the clock. Newcastle United 1, Brighton of Albion 0. Trippier sends the ball forward, away by Lamptey, only as far as Isak, who goes challenge with Rutter. And this is a good bit of play in the end. Pedro does well to hold up the ball here. Pedro drops it back, and now Newcastle United are on the back foot as Brighton come forward. The Labour drops it to Sherwood. Good play this from Newcastle United. Get back in numbers as Brighton come forward. Minter, good ball into Lamptey on that return. Low ball in, it's cleared away. Behind for a corner to Brighton, and that's good defensive play from Sandro Tonali. Read the danger, saw that Livramento was being pulled out, saw that Byrne couldn't get across. There and Byrne had to come across, so he had to cover that space because Livramento weren't getting bad there, and down for a corner which will be taken now by Jakub Minter from this near side. Jorginho is on the back post with Jorginho on the back of his shirt. Joe Linton and Van Eyck there watching on. Van Eyck is just watching where the ball is. Joe Linton not looking where the ball is, and they're just looking where the man is as the corner comes in towards the penalty. Heads go up and headed over by Webster there in the end. Looks 0-0, Brighton 1. 31 minutes on the clock. And we see that corner whipped in again, and Trippier went down as that corner came in, and then Webster got over the ball there, so that under the ball there has received the Isak challenge. A few moments ago on Rutter, where he held him off and was pulling him down to the ground there. But no free kick was given for Brighton, as here's Barnes now for Newcastle United. Harvey Barnes through to Alexander Isak. Let's make it 2-0, and he does. Newcastle United double their lead through Alexander Isak, but the flag is up for offside. It will not count. The offside flag is up. It's been disallowed for offside as we look at this again. And we just look here. Yes, he's offside there. Great call by the linesman. We'll put his flag up straight away to disallow that goal. And Newcastle United's 1-goal lead remains intact. They will not be doubling their lead as of yet. And Eddie Howe thought they had. They were celebrating and realised the flag was up for offside, and semi-automated offsides, that's how quick decisions are made. And there was a problem with the semi-automated offsides in the Bournemouth Wolves game yesterday, because there was a goal in that game where Bournemouth thought they got a 2-goal lead. It was disallowed for offside through VAR. We took 8 minutes because the automated offsides was not working. When they are working, that's how tight it is, and that's the difference it is. Here comes Newcastle United with possession. As Brighton try and force mistake, and they've won the ball back. Brighton and ball forward from Isherwood is picked off as Matoma now has it. Pedro picks up possession. Matoma again. Pedro once more. Van Eyck now to just behind Van Eyck, but luckily for Brighton there was no Newcastle player up close to him, so they could nip in and race away there. As otherwise, that could have been dangerous for Brighton there, in my opinion. Here comes Newcastle playing back in numbers as Brighton come forward. The Labour shaped as if it was going to play to the left and then plays it through the middle as Matoma's there. And now Jorginho wide to Lamptey, cuts back on himself. Lamptey delivers across. There was a penalty towards Matoma coming in the back post there, and Dubravka claims well, and then throws it out to Isak, and Isak is fouled by Webster there, and that could be a yellow card, and it is a yellow card there for Webster. Second yellow card for the afternoon there, and there is a definite foul, just nudged him as the ball passed him there, and Isak goes down, helped up on his feet by his captain Kieran Trippier, and the Brighton skipper now into the book as well. Newcastle 1, Brighton 0 is the scoreline. If you are just tuning into us right now, goal from Alexander Isak, because we just look at that offside, and you can see there on our monitors, and if you watch the term, the offside, how the semi-automated offsides work, you could see that the call was actually spot on. None of this broke the lines, and if this works really well in here, I can see it potentially coming into the Premier League should speed up the offside system fairly quickly. Jack Minter coming forward for Brighton, and good challenge from Gordon there. He's after a throw in to Newcastle, and the yellow card has been given to Joe Linton there. We can't believe that's been given as a free kick there for a foul by Raymond Jaco Minter as he pulled him back. He manages to get away, and then we've had Joe Linton now into the book as well. So 2 yellow cards in space for a few minutes there. Here is Van Eyck, who can come forward for Newcastle against Newcastle for Brighton. Into the centre circle, and there's Webster now outside the centre circle. Side is Brighton. Newcastle off on the left hand side to Mr. Pinion, who looks up towards the penalty area. Pedro comes short for it and gets Pedro. Pinion wants to return pass. Matoma instead gets it from Pedro. Pedro delivers a crossing towards the back post. Jorginho was lurking in there, and he's Newcastle have pulled it down quickly to Tino Livramento to charge up towards halfway. Return coming back, that's a throw-in to Brighton there. Brilliant interception by Jorginho, who's well there, does the former Leeds man. It'll be interesting to see whether Brighton change things at half time. If it stays at 1-0, just so far Newcastle can break through and can almost get through at ease at times since that goal with Brighton pushing up. He's trying to tighten things up, potentially Brighton, but we'll have to wait to see whether that will be the case. Newcastle 1, Brighton 0 is bowing for Brigham, who plays long downfield up towards halfway. Byrne wins the header. And Miley to play the ball forward. Webster's there in the centre circle. Van Eyck across then to Inshelwood, down the line to Estepinian on the left hand side, further down the line towards Matoma, cut out by Trippier to Barnes, who loses out as Inshelwood nips in to get the ball back to Brighton. The Labour turns on possession, drops it across to Webster. Webster plays it forward, Inshelwood again. The Labour on halfway inside the centre circle as Brighton try and move through the gears. Van Eyck is there. We'll play this between Newcastle and Brighton. Brighton slowly creeping back into the game after going to go behind from the penalty spot. They've not really cut him open. And say that Brighton have given the ball away. And here's Gordon. Can he come forward here? Gordon is away like a flash. Infield to Lewis Miley. And he can't play that wide for Barnes. And Brighton win the ball back in Shulwood to Matoma. Matoma out wide to Van Eyck. Van Eyck is stretched up towards halfway. Down the line to Minter. The ball infield to Van Eyck. Van Eyck again. Inside to the Labour. Nice out wide with Webster in. Wade looks up everybody behind the ball apart from Isak. He's making it hard for Brighton to work the openings. Might have to try and force things here, Brighton. The Labour. Can he try and force something open here for Brighton? He's going to go back to Van Eyck, who can try and play a ball over the top to that far side, and too much on that ball from Matoma there. And he goes down to playing Kyle Matoma was not happy with the pass, as we've seen shot of the Brighton fans. Well, eyeing the gods away to our left hand side. But to the very top of that far side, and that's down to the far side. Throwing down the line and away there by Matoma, who controls well. And Brighton will try and come away with possession, and here comes Brighton again. Is shot, gives the ball to Matoma, was fouled by Trippier. The referee says play on as Brighton got the ball still with Van Eyck on halfway. Webster with play from him out wide. Then that's a good ball down the line, and Shaw can't get the return as Miley nips in and finds Joel Linton. Joel Linton charging forward. Finds Anthony Gordon. Good work here from Gordon back into Livermore. Minter gets bad there brilliantly, and he's behind for a goal kick to Brighton of Albion. That's good play from Jakob Minter there. Caused a few problems. Well, since he's picking up that yellow card for the challenge, which gave the penalty away, Jakob Minter has done reasonably well here. And some of the Newcastle fans and players weren't happy with that decision there. They felt that should have been a corner. As well, I've just seen from some of the fans said, we looked to replay there. Van Eyck now gets the ball forward. Jorginho does well, and he's doing absolutely fantastic. Jorginho, brilliant beating to Matoma now in Shulwood. The Labour. Complico, Estepinian, who fouls Trippier in favour. Estepinian could potentially go into the bud there, but the referee this time has said no. And it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 0. And reminder later on today we've got more FA Cup action for you. Our third and final match in the FA Cup for the game, which has got Manchester United against Fulham, followed by the next round draw, which will be taking place around about 6:30 this evening. So we'll be on air till around about 7:15, around about 10 to 7 from our coverages today, where we bring you some FA Cup action. As here comes Estepinian, who does well here as Newcastle just get back in numbers to stop Brighton attacks as come towards half time. 42 minutes on the clock here. The first half has gone very, very quick as Jorginho can't feed his teammate through there. Gordon nips in. Good play from Gordon. And Joel Linton. Wonderful ball over the top looking for Isak. He's quick, Isak, but he's not that quick, and he can't keep the ball in play. Recognises the idea and applauds Joel Linton there, who is speaking to him there and apologising for the type of ball they played towards him there. Potentially should have gone to the far side, the right, in my opinion. But it remains 1-0 to Newcastle coming up towards half time. It's a brilliant bit of plays. Pedro gets the ball forward, and Jakob Minter's in behind here. Jakob Minter just making what he does. Brighton have equalised through Jaco Minter. They thought they were 2-0 down no long after the down. They've now level just before half time. And Jaco Minter, just absolutely fantastic there. Brilliant play by Newcastle, by Brighton to open up the Newcastle defence. The first real time they've actually done that in the last few minutes. As we see brilliant bit of play. Pedro does well. Brilliant ball through his own side. And Jaco Minter does really, really well to finish in there. He looks as if he was going to go across the goalkeeper. He was going to go across the goalkeeper. He takes a deflection there off of Kieran Trippier. And he goes into the back of his... And then he one-foots Dubravka there. And Brighton are back level in this game. And you've got to say that Brighton have gone into this game and deserve it. And I agree with Lou that VAR, this type of VAR, the semi-automated offsides, the Prem needs semi-automated offsides there. And as Mini says, so Preston are the only non-Premier League side left in the draw so far. As we get ready to see if this game will go all the way to potentially extra time and the potential P word. I don't want to speak it into existence just yet. As we go into stoppage time in this first half, which has been 2 minutes being given. Brighton win a throw in, which will be taken by Tariq Lamptey. Here is Brighton get ready to take this line down the line. So Taylor blows his whistle, attempt to get on with it. As the throwing is taken down the line and goes straight out of play. And Brighton have another chance to take it. He went straight out of play, didn't come into the field. Now he takes it down the line to Rucher, who flicks it on to Matoma, who control it from Brighton, and Matoma's away. Carl Matoma's away there, but good interception, running back there from Newcastle to get the ball back as Baleba fouls Joelinton, and the free kick has been given the way of Newcastle, and a yellow card there to Carlos Baleba. And it's a definite yellow card there. Late challenge, got nothing over the ball and just completely takes out the man. And that is a yellow card offence for Carlos Baleba. A yellow card for him this afternoon. And Newcastle, Brighton almost getting towards half time. It could be 1-1 unless Brighton concedes an handball in there. He's cleared away. He does get cleared away up towards Trippier again. He pushes it back in towards the penalty area. Burn flicks the ball on. Isak is there. And Isak is fouled. Van Eck. And it's a free kick to Brighton as we come towards the end of the first half. With the scoreline of 1-1. If you're just joining us this afternoon, we're going to guide you through the second half action as well. As we've seen a good game so far in the FA Cup tie at St James's Park is 1-1 between the two sides. As the half-time whistle does now sound between the two by the referee Anthony Taylor. And I must say it's a definite bit of good football towards the end of the first half. It was a definite penalty for Newcastle, who took the lead on 22 minutes through Alexander Isak before Jaco Minter equalised, set up by João Pedro a minute before half time. Brighton grew into the game, grew in confidence at the end of that first half, and we currently have a 1-1 draw at the break. And before I am back to Paul, Middle says, agree, Russ. Brighton totally deserved that goal as they started to improve their play. I agree. And he thinks that Brighton could potentially win this game now. And so that is what some of the people are saying as well in our live chat at half time. But I'm going to leave you for a few moments. Going back for the second half, as Angie back now to the studio. It's Old Trafford to Paul James.
Yes, thank you, Russ. So we're all nodded up at half time, 1-1. The goal on the 22nd minute through a spot kick for Alexander Isak. He had a goal disallowed on 32 minutes for being offside. That semi-automated offside system working very well today. Yakubo Minta with the equaliser on 44 minutes as Brighton grew into the game. And at this point now, it really is anybody's football match. Now, I'm just looking at some of the stats, and Brighton had dominated possession in the first half with 61% possession, 39 for Newcastle. 5 attempts on goal by Newcastle, 4 for Brighton. 3 on target for Newcastle, only 1 for Brighton. And expected goals are 1.1 for Newcastle, 0.38 for Brighton. Brighton definitely taking their chances. We're going to go through the scores from all the FA Cup ties so far, starting with Friday night's game at Villa Park. Aston Villa 2, Cardiff City 0. Both goals from Marco Asensio. And on Saturday, we had 4 games on Saturday. Crystal Palace 3, Millwall 1 at Selhurst Park. Of course, a red card for Millwall goalkeeper Liam Roberts for an absolute horrid challenge on Jean-Philippe Mateta. We hope Jean-Philippe Mateta recovers very, very soon indeed. Tanganga own goal gave Crystal Palace a lead. Daniel Munoz doubled that lead before a goal in the 13th minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half by Wes Harding made it 2-1. Palace settled it with former Arsenal player Eddie Nketiah scoring 9 minutes from time. In the Lancashire Hot Pot, Preston North End beat Burnley by a comfortable 3-0. Former Burnley player Robbie Brady scored on 31 minutes with a stunning free kick that I still haven't seen a better goal in this 5th round so far. Controversial Milutinin Osmasic scored the second goal, and the third goal was scored by Will Keane on 73 minutes to put the cherry on the cake for the Lily Whites. Penalty shootout had to settle Bournemouth and Wolves. That finished 1-1. And on penalties, it went to sudden death and eventually won 5-4 on penalties by Bournemouth. So they go through to the draw later on that you'll be able to watch with us on the commentary hub. Finally, for yesterday, Plymouth took an early lead against Manchester City, and it didn't last very long though, only 7 minutes before Nico O'Reilly scored for City to level things up. Nico O'Reilly had a second one on 76 minutes to break Plymouth hearts before Kevin De Bruyne on the 90th minute added the period to that. Today we're sitting at 1-1, of course. And that's the tale of the tape so far in the FA Cup 5th round. Manchester United and Fulham to follow after this game. But at half-time here, it is Newcastle United 1, Brighton 1. We are going to take a short break, and we'll be back after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Second half will be beginning shortly, but before we get there, I just want to bring in the match commentator, Russ Vernon. Russ, just tell us a little bit about that first half. Brighton sort of started slowly, but they came into it towards the end of the first half.
They did, Paul, yes. Newcastle set off really, really well. Got the early goal on 22 minutes. Brighton held out for quite a while. Lots of Newcastle pressure. Newcastle came and then got the lead. Had a goal disallowed. Brighton came back into it towards the end of the first half, and in the last 10 minutes of that first half, and growing confidence. Got the equaliser just before half time, which is, well, you would have probably expected where the way the game went on. And Brighton really did deserve their equaliser, Paul, and you've got to say that Brighton, where they've been playing so far in this game, I don't know whether you could call it so you could potentially where Newcastle have been playing and where Newcastle are in the league table, could see a shock on you because Brighton are playing really good football and I can only see them potentially getting the next goal from the way that how the first half ended, Paul.
Well, only 2 places separating the two teams. Newcastle in 6th, Brighton in 8th in the league. Just to switch it up to the semi-offsides, it worked very well today. Now, obviously, it didn't quite work so well in the South Coast yesterday at Bournemouth. But do you see this as something that the Premier League may introduce as early as next season?
Potentially, Paul. I would say so, yes, mate. As we're back on the way for the second half now, I'd say yes. Potentially, we could see something like that at the start of next season, in my opinion.
All right, Russ, I'll hand back to you as the second half is underway.
Thank you very much, Paul. As Brighton brilliant one down the left-hand side as we're speaking there, as he went out for a goal kick to Newcastle United. I can run you through the start of the teams in the second half. No changes to either side as of yet. So it's the Bradford goal for Newcastle. Trippier, Shaw, Burn, Livramento across the back. Myler, Tonali and Joe Linton in midfield. Barnes, the goal scorer, Isak and Gordon in attack. As Trippier just keeps the ball in play on this near side as Tonali almost loses out but wins possession for Newcastle, bringing the Brighton team short as the ball's been played through Charles Henry. Takes down the penalty, right hand side, chips the ball up towards the back post. Gordon's in there and he's cleared away the back post brilliantly by Minter. Only as far as Livramento, then he forces Livramento back to Tonali, but Georgina forcing him back as well to Lewis Manning, all the way back there to Fabian Schär in this game as Brighton seem to be causing a few problems as this have been caused a few problems of their own as Gordon runs into the penalty, goes down and the referee says no penalty then. I have got to agree with him, that is not a penalty in my opinion. Let's run you through the Brighton side then. It's Ruggan in goal, Lamptey, Van Eyck, Webster the captain, Estepinian, Belabor, Inshelwood, Minter, Jorginho and Matoma behind Pedro in attack. The bench just for both sides for Newcastle is Pope, Wilson, Target, Kraft, Basula, Murphy, Willock, Longstaff and Gimenez. Brighton, McGill, March, Ruda, Adingra, Cashin, Welbeck, Gomez, Ayara and Vifer. And I've just seen the incident again where Gordon went down inside the penalty area. The referee got a spot on the referee. Anthony Taylor. I bet we can add him no assistance. And the medal of the fourth official if he just joins as well. They are James Bell assisted by Konstantin Atadakis. Let me put my teeth back in. And the support VAR is Graham Scott this afternoon. It's Newcastle 1, Brighton of Albion 1. If you're just joining us in the FA Cup match, I'd be interested to see if one of these sides get back into manages to get into the lead, whether Newcastle retain the lead or whether Brighton get back into it. As Brighton win a free kick. And a definite foul there, in my personal opinion. And they've taken a quick lick to the free kick for foul on one of the defenders at the back. And I can tell you it's still 1-1 between the two sides. If you're just joining us here on the commentary, Russ Vernon to guide you through the second half action after we seen a brilliant first half Joel Linton trying to help Newcastle get back into the lead, or whether Steve Brighton can build on how they finished the half and start the second half strong. As Newcastle in possession with Trippier. Van Scher will get the ball in towards Joel Linton, who loses out on halfway to Belabor. And Belabor will look forward to Inshelwood. Back he goes to Webster, across into the centre circle, and Van Eyck on up towards halfway. Back he goes into Pervis Estepinian just inside the Newcastle half of the field. Back he goes now to Webster, and across there it goes to Van Eyck and back into Webster once more. Estepinian round the corner does really well, and it's a free kick. He's in no play on, says the referee, as Gordon wins the ball back for Newcastle. Now Scher to Trippier, Scher again. Over halfway, Fabian Scher, he loses out to João Pedro and wins a free kick on halfway, which Sandro Tonali takes quickly and finds Joel Linton there into Tino Livramento. Brilliant play by the Newcastle left back. Joel Linton drops it to Gordon. Gordon gets it down the line into the path of Livramento. Joel Linton back in towards Livramento. It's a penalty. Too much on that return pass, and he can't take it in his stride there, Livramento, and he goes behind the play for a goal kick to Brighton of Albion. But good start from the second half by Newcastle. Last bit of trickery there from Joel Linton and Livramento to get away from Neko Minter. And then Livramento, you see there, every touch, just takes it out of play and gives Brighton the ball back via a goal kick, and they've taken it. Trippier wins the ball back for Newcastle. Brighton have won the ball back again. Is that a free kick to Brighton? No. Isherwood went down, but the referee said no free kick. Scher clears the ball forward. Webster's there into the Labour. Now Lamptey coming from right back. Jorginho goes down under the challenge there of Joel Linton, and he needs to be careful there, Joel Linton. Holding the yellow card here, and could this be a second yellow? Which way is the referee giving this? Is Jorginho's not happy here. There's no giving. He's giving it the way to Brighton, but Jorginho's not happy that the second yellow card of the afternoon's not come out for Joel Linton there. It remains 1-1 between Newcastle and Brighton. 51 minutes on the clock as we watch this game unfold. He's delivered in towards the penalty, headed away by Ben. Trippier helps it away, only as far as Matoma. He drops it back now to Belabor. Out wide to Matoma again. Now back with Estepinian. Drops it on halfway for Webster. Takes a touch, does Webster. Right footed, and then if over his left, looking for Kyle Matoma, who's just on side. Matoma brings it down well into the penalty. Kyle Matoma does well, twisting one way then the other, back to Pedro. Pedro again controls it well. Back to Estepinian, crossing towards the back post. Back across, he breaks in there. Minter was in there, he's giving the ball away to Newcastle. Belabor helped out by Estepinian and Lamptey, and Brighton get the ball back, and Van Eyck charges up towards another halfway. Lamptey now inside the centre circle. Back he goes to Webster. Across now, Pervis Estepinian on halfway. Down the line, this inside to Matoma. Back to Pervis Estepinian. And back into Jaco Minter. Webster now has possession. Good ball over the top. Burns there to head it away. Only as far as Scher. Back he goes to Dubravka. Pedro closing him down, and he's won it off Fabian Scher. Can he keep the ball in here? Pedro, he can. Does well now Pedro. Does well up against Kieran Trippier. Still going here, and Trippier wins the ball back. He goes out of play for a throw-in to Brighton. Here comes off Kieran Trippier last. Free kick to Brighton in a good position. Brilliant persevering by the Brighton front man, Pedro. Here's Estepinian now from that throw-in. Back to Webster. Into the centre circle, and Van Eyck has Brighton from edge of the Newcastle penalty area. He's gone back towards halfway. Sometimes you have to go back to go forwards again. That's what they're doing this time, as opposed towards the Bradford former Trippier, and he just gets there ahead of Jorginho. And now he's challenged by Isak, and he's a free kick to Brighton. Foul by Alexander Isak on Pervis Estepinian. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. If you're just tuning into us here on the commentary up, we're spending guiding you through the action this afternoon as we watch on in this FA Cup clash. And our presenter Paul James says that would have been a yellow card for Joelinton if he hadn't already been booked in. And I've got to agree with you there, Paul, for that challenge on Jorginho a few moments ago. It could have been a second yellow for Joelinton. And that's why I mentioned he had to be careful because he'd already been booked in that first half. And here's João Pedro who nips in. And João Pedro's in for Dubravka. Saved by Dubravka brilliantly. Good save from Martin Dubravka. Keep out João Pedro. Newcastle are causing their own problems here. Brighton are playing well, but Newcastle causing their own problems. It would have been a Newcastle mistake if that had gone in for Brighton, and it's coming again here. There's a penalty. What's a Kamatoma? Is that a cross or a shot? He's neither, because he comes out and plays for a throw-in to Newcastle United from one side of the pitch. He went flying all the way back across. I think he must have come off his shin in the end for Kamatoma there, because he doesn't normally shoot like that. As he comes across to me, I think he bounced up and hit his shin and went flying away after a throw into Newcastle United as Newcastle have got the ball back as he is. Joelinton down there for Gordon towards Isak. Brilliant interception by Van Eyck. And Brighton have a throw in here. The ball had gone out off of Anthony Gordon, and Newcastle they're 11 on their own way in the second half, and then making a triple change here in Newcastle United. Coming off is number 67, Luis Miles, replaced by Bruno Guimaraes. He's one of 3 changes for Newcastle United. Looks like Callum Wilson's coming on as well, so maybe for Alexander Isak. Bruno Guimaraes now takes over the captain's armband from Kieran Trippier. There is Joe Willock, is another one coming on for Joelinton. And I think Eddie Diaz realised he was on the yellow card and needs to be careful. And Harvey Barnes is the third and final change for Newcastle United. Jacob Murphy is a man coming on there. So 3 changes. Guimaraes, Willock and Murphy on. Barnes, Joelinton and Miley coming off. And Brighton starting to get back into the game, and those changes will potentially help Newcastle wrestle back some control, especially Guimaraes in midfield there. And it did look like initially Callum Wilson was getting ready to come on as well, but they've decided against that now for the moment. Newcastle is Estepinian over halfway and chasing down this left hand side for Brighton. Back he goes to Webster. Webster looks up, comes in towards the centre and clears across the centre circle for Van Eyck down this far side, and there's Minter who does well. Michael Minter, Belabor, Estepinian. He's got Matuma outside of him, and that's where he goes on this near side of the left. Goes in towards the penalty area. Matuma though close in. He's just cleared away in the penalty area by Fabian Schär back there. Brilliant defensive way from Fabian Schär as he looked to come as Brighton looked to try and cause Newcastle a few problems. And he's now back with Bart the Bruggen inside the outside his penalty area for Brighton. The ball played over the top by Webster. Jorginho chasing after this. Third to his João Pedro. And those two causing a real nuisance of themselves in the attack for Brighton. Causing a real nuisance with 2 Brighton front men. Jorginho and Pedro causing a nuisance of themselves, and Minto is there as well as this brilliant interception. Pull the ball out of play for a throw-in, and Nako Minto, really good piece of play there to keep the ball away. It remains Newcastle 1, Brighton of Albion 1 in the FA Cup. Fabian Herzler, when he was appointed the Brighton boss, the youngest manager in Premier League history. And his side today producing a really good game thus far, causing a few problems for Newcastle United. And Robert Bruggen really has had nothing to do with note in this second half thus far. We're interested to see whether that does change as the game goes on. Just a reminder, if he finishes level after 90 minutes, we could have extra time this evening. As Matoma gets it back to Isherwood after his shot was initially blocked. And his Willico goes down there. Free kick. And Newcastle's taking it very quickly. Jacob Murphy looks forward. What can Jacob Murphy do here now as Newcastle will try and come forward? Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. And it's played down the line here to Anthony Gordon. Running towards the penalty area. Crossed in deep and claimed well by Verbruggen inside the Brighton goal. And Verbruggen has done really well today in that Brighton goal. Caused a few problems. And they have looked very, very dangerous. The balls into the box from Newcastle in his really situation, as well as Isherwood wins it towards Jorginho. And is Jorginho a foul there? The referee says no, play on. Jorginho remains down on the ground. And Newcastle will try and come forward. Here's Isak. Wonderful run from Isak. Still going Isak. Gets the ball through for Gimaresh. Gimaresh across. Looking for Gordon in the back post. And clearing it away there was Tariq Lamptey, the defender there, back helping out. And you can see here he recognises the danger here, Tariq Lamptey. He recognises the danger of the back post there. Had he not gone there, that would have been a simple tap in for Gordon. And that would have been 2-1 to Newcastle. But brilliant piece of defensive work from Tariq Lamptey. He saw the danger, he read the danger, and dealt with it brilliantly. Corner kick then from Kieran Trippier towards the penalty area. And away to Jacob Murphy. And now Brighton have robbed him off it, and Kyle Matoma's coming away. Brilliant run from Kyle Matoma. He needs men up in support. He gets that now, but he gives the ball away to Gordon as he tries to pick out Jorginho. And now Livramento bad there defending with Trippier on the same side. To a fullback on the same side. So Brighton haven't got a fullback out there to play it to. So we've got to go forward here, Brighton. Newcastle, should I say, here is Tonales. Now it's Burn. Livramento is inside there of Jaco Minta. No, it's Carlos Baleba who's on a booking. And he needs to be careful there. If it wasn't only on a booking there, I believe he would have probably got one there for the where he pulled him back to stop that attack. Play goes on quickly. It's Murphy onside. Jacob Murphy does well. Can't get the crossing towards the penalty area, and it's cleared away. Matoma back in there. Jacob Murphy wins it back. Matoma gets it back off him and concedes a corner in doing so. Well, this is good play from Newcastle. They responded to Brighton's start to this second half. And Brighton are playing some good football here. He's back to Murphy. Here is Gordon again, who leaves the ball into the penalty. Isak was in there. Punch clear by Verbruggen. Jorginho chasing after this. And Brighton have got the ball back with Matoma, who gets the ball forward. Jorginho chasing after this, Matoma too. Gordon's there. Gordon being forced back to Trippier this time. Back to Burn. As Newcastle will look to try and come forward. Here's Joelinton. Can't get the ball forward now. Not Joelinton. That was Willock who can't get the ball forward into the path of Livramento. It's got the bad though, Willock. Here's Gimaresh. Gimaresh in towards Trippier who gets there. Trippier with the cross. Goes the back post. Punch clear by Verbruggen. Up towards Pedro. Jorginho can't get there. It's been nips in for Brighton. For Newcastle, should I say, against the Brighton front man. And now Newcastle coming forward again. Bruno Guimaraes out wide into the path of Trippier. Guimaraes again. Good work here, Guimaraes. Brilliant interception by Inchwood for Brighton. Trippier nips in again. Not once but twice, 3 times. And Trippier is coming forward in towards the penalty area, pulls the ball back, but he misread it. And Lamptey intercepts. And Brighton can now charge up towards halfway. And over halfway with Terry Lamptey charging into space. William from Terry Lamptey cuts in field. Is he foul there? No, says the referee. Tonala comes away with possession. Good end-to-end stuff now. There's Newcastle on the front for this time. Here's Trippier. Brilliant play from end-to-end stuff this now. This is what we want to see. As Pedro nips back in to get the ball back. Belabor, wonderful bit of skill, and he's charging up over halfway through the centre circle. He's got it out wide to the right. And Jorginho comes in again. Jorginho shot is blocked. Comes out to Mitoma. Inside to Pedro. Mitoma. Pedro again. Out wide. Mr. Pinion. He's crossed towards the back post. Cleared away. And the shot from Belabor is charged down. Inchwood gets it out wide. Here is a path of Estepinian. Inchwood again. Good way this from Brighton. Van Eyck. Out wide to Minter. Kuba Minter does well, holds up the play. Lamptey now joins in the attack. Van Eyck. Can he deliver the ball in towards the penalty area? He can. Heads go from Webster and he's just wide. Well into the arms of the goalkeeper there, and it was Inchwood in fact. Like it was Webster in there. But good save from Martin Dubravka in the end there. It remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. 6 minutes on the clock. You're just joining us. Here comes Newcastle United in possession through Livramento. Out wide for Gordon. Good bit of where this has gone and takes it around the Lamptey and heads clear to the edge of the box. Guimaraes is there. It's Isak. Brilliant piece of defending. There by Inchwood. Barvech takes one in the face to block a dead certain goal from Alexander Isak. Or dead certain plus from Isak, rather. And it's like hit him in the face, but he's hit him lower part of the chest. And that's going to sting in the morning. And the rest of this afternoon and potentially this evening as well for Jack Inchwood, who's now back to his feet, touching the bottom of his chest where the ball struck him. Rolling line this one up. And on this near side, moves away as he stood in front of the ball as the player was checked on by the referee. Ball to take this in towards the penalty area. Edge go pen away. Only as far as Isak on that far side. Livramento delivers a cross in. Willock is there and his head has gone all the way across. And somehow doesn't go into the back of the net there, and it's a free kick, is it? To Brighton. Livramento with a brilliant cross. He gets a glancing head along to it there. There's Joe Willock. And if you left, if Fabian Sherwood's coming on to that. And it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. And there's some substitutions here now, and Brighton are taking off Carlos Belabor for Diego Gomez. Yanko Minter coming off as well for the Seagulls. Both players have won themselves into the ground. Gruder is also coming on for Brighton here. With their changes in, Matt Togg is coming off for Newcastle United. In a moment as well. Yanko Minter not happy. That is coming off here for Rajan Gruda. And Newcastle making a change as well, which will see Kieran Trippier be replaced by Matt Target. So Matt Target moves across to the left hand side and Livramento will move across to the right side there. As a free kick by Verbruggen is sent long downfield. Livramento first moment on this right hand side is to win and head it back downfield. Or back up forward. Terminates into field. Tonal is there. And here's Gimenez who wins his side a free kick. Followed by Diego Gomez there who come on. And that's a good challenge from Terry Lamptey. And Brighton have a throw in. Rudy will leave it to the right back in Lamptey to take. I'm surprised when the subs were made that none of the other booking players for Brighton went off. There's some bad challenges coming now from Lamptey and Webster. This will be down up to Fabian Hurst, in my opinion, not take him up when he could have done. Is Jorginho wins his side, another throw in. Gruda takes it into João Pedro, back to Gruda again. Good work here, Gruda. Pedro has it once more. There's the penalty area. It goes for Isherwood. Back he goes now to Gomez. He gives the ball over, wins it back. There's Gomez, good interception there. Here's Murphy. Clears the ball in field. And Newcastle with Isak turns as well. And Livramento striding down this right hand side now. To Livramento down the line for Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes wins the free kick. He could have played on there, the referee had to tell Guimaraes should have gone into the box. So if this is not going to be a card, then this could have waited. This didn't need to be given because you see the referee I mean flags for a foul. Where's he flags for a foul? Bruno Guimaraes gets back up here and runs away with it here and breaks into the box, and I'm surprised he's getting a free kick there instead of just waving play on in the end. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 is the scoreline. 71 minutes on the clock. You're just joining us this afternoon. Anthony Gordon to take the free kick then in towards the penalty, headed away by Van Eyck to the edge of the penalty area. Murphy delivers it back in, breaks into the air, and here comes Pervis Estepinian, who holds up the play well. Pervis Estepinian does really well, and as he won a free kick there, nurses the referee, Jacob Murphy wins it off him. Murphy coming forward, it was Isak, he can't get there, and for me, too much on that ball there from Jacob Murphy. You see that there, too much weight, power on that pass. You just need a little deft touch into him there. And he's saying keep playing them balls, they'll come off eventually. Says Alexander Isak just there. It means Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. I agree, both chances have had some good chances. Both sides have had some good chances in the second half. We could be heading to extra time though if no one finds a goal in the next 17 and a half minutes of this game. We could have extra time, and then if we don't find anyone in extra time, we could see potential the word beginning with P, which you don't want to tempt fate as of yet. Newcastle 1, Brighton of Albion 1 is the scoreline as Brighton charge forward with possession. Is through to João Pedro inside the penalty area. Pedro does well. Now Pedro can get across and he can't. Knowledge intercepted that. He's going for a corner. Gruda was up there with him. And taking it quickly, Brighton. Gruda back to Pedro again. João Pedro does well. Drops it back to Van Eyck. Webster. Estepinian. Mitoma. Mitoma cuts in field. Gomez does well. Insured. Webster. Estepinian. We're bowling round the corner for Mitoma. Across the face of the goal, and no one was in there for Brighton. That's the ball wanted into the penalty area. Across the point of uncertainty. And they just couldn't take advantage there. And now here's Murphy at the other end. Livramento outside him and he's found him. Livramento. Was Isak giving the ball away too much? Didn't put enough on that to find Isak this time. Murphy this time. Crossing towards the penalty. Isak's over his head. And now to Livramento. Misses his kick. Jorginho picks up possession from Brighton. Jorginho with the ball forward towards Grudels. After Burns there though. Quicker than him. Back to Dubravka and now Share. As Brighton almost was in behind there. Had Burn not read that situation well. Brighton getting back in numbers now as Newcastle come forward. Target into the path there of the substitute Willock. Goes across to Share. Being Share back into Tonali this time. Tonali on halfway. Gets the ball forward. Picked off by Mitoma. And Karol Mitoma's charging forward. And full running from Karol Mitoma. In towards Gomez. Pedro. Gomez once more. There you go, Gomez! Just over the top of the crossbar. And into the stand. Away to my left hand side there. And a decent effort in the end. From Gomez, just bent it. Just needed to be a bit lower. And it'll probably be nestling in the corner. As we see the ball again. And Karol Mitoma across the face of the goal. A corridor of uncertainty. That's where Brighton would have wanted it to go. Just no one was in there to get a telling touch. Rutter with one L back, wanting it back here as we see the strike again from Livramento, air kick from Livramento a few moments ago as well. But chances at both ends now. And with 40 minutes left to play, we could end up heading towards extra time. Gordon gets the ball forward. And the low crossing from Willock is behind. It will be a goal kick. And Willock has hurt himself in the process. Inshaw with the cross there to check on him. And we see this again. Put into the penalty area, Willock. And he climbs over the FA Cup plinth just behind there. And he falls into the advertising audience behind that goal. And it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. In the FA Cup. Bruggen plays it short to Van Eyck across to Webster. Brighton play now from the back. Newcastle getting their press right. As Mitoma is penalised, dispossessed. Illegally, says the referee. Free kick taken quickly. And he can't pick out Estepinian there. And it's Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. Gomez. We stand up there to acknowledge that fact as Welbeck is going to come on. As two is Max Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer and Welbeck going to come on for Brighton in a moment. Can those two change the game? Looks like one more sub left. Brighton 3 more subs left. As it stands at this moment in time before those next couple of changes for Brighton are made. And here comes Brighton with Gruder. Gruder goes same field. Gomez. Can he get a strike? And he can't. Mitoma. Diego Gomez again. Isherwood looks up. Can't pick out a teammate. Brighton win the ball back. Gomez. Isherwood forward. The Pedro to Jorginho. Jorginho does well. Lamptey joins the attack. He's crossing towards penalty, headed away by Bain. Tonali gets it away. There'll be a penalty for Brighton. Mitoma's there. Chance comes in and over the top. And Brighton wanted a penalty for a foul in there on Diego Gomez. Just going to look at this again. post comes in. Is this a penalty kick? Not for me. From that angle. This angle will probably tell us. Yeah, potentially it could have been. Nothing really getting involved on this one though. Brighton are making a double change now. Viper and Welbeck coming on. Jorginho is making way. And so too Estepinian. Good work from the former Leeds man today. He's replaced by Welbeck. Viper is on for Estepinian. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup. Viper's on there. You can see what he does with this now. As the ball is played forward by Newcastle, only as far as Terry Lamptey comes across to left back. Viper is on a right back. And there is the first touch of Viper into João Pedro and halfway. João Pedro's got Viper outside of him and he finds him. What can he do with Viper? Back in towards Sherwood. And Gomez can't get there either. Sherwood can against Bruno Guimaraes. And he is penalised for a foul. Here and it's a free kick to Newcastle United. Both managers now have one substitution remaining each in the game. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 into the final 9.5 minutes left to play. Will we find a winner in normal time, or will we head to extra time as Viper commits his way of throwing there as Newcastle look to charge forward? Here's Dan Burn. Fabian Schär has possession. Back into Burn once more. And now Newcastle looking forward in possession. Can they come for a target? Wonderful ball over the top for Anthony Gordon is brought down. No free kick or penalty given by the referee. Anthony Taylor there. Gomez nips in and Brighton win the ball back. And here's Viper charging forward into Matoma. Can't get into the path of João Pedro. And now Newcastle charging forward is Willock. He puts too much on that ball and runs out of play for a throw-in to Brighton there. So the referee stops play at this moment in time. Looking at this challenge here on Anthony Gordon. And for me, that starts outside the penalty area. I believe we're looking at this challenge from Anthony Gordon. That's what replay we're seeing here. We're waiting to see what VAR give here. There's an handball in there by Gordon as well. Check is complete. No penalty. And correct call in the end. No penalty for Brighton. No penalty for Newcastle, should I say. VAR checked that there as Gordon went down. Very, very true. It means Newcastle 1, Brighton 1, and since the penalty area, and goes down here and challenge off the ball by Anthony Gordon, and he's just it out to Van Eyck here, and Brighton players are not tapping with Anthony Gordon here. He's all kicking off now, and the red card is out here. Anthony Gordon is being sent off here for Newcastle. Newcastle going to be down to 10 men. Anthony Gordon sent off. Latched out there. It's Jean-Paul Van Eyck. And Anthony Gordon is seeing red. And let's look at this again and try and make heads or tail of it. Gordon runs through. Isak is offside. The flag went up with offside. And Anthony Gordon continued. And then he just pushed him and lashed out him in the back of the head. You can't raise hands like that on a defender. He pushed him at the top of the head. And Anthony Gordon can have no complaints there. And Anthony Gordon and Newcastle United are now down to 10 men. Silly challenge from Anthony Gordon. Silly challenge from Anthony Gordon. And my. This game has just got all or worse for Newcastle United. It's currently 1-1. Newcastle are down to 10 men now. Anthony Gordon sent off. And I've got to say, that was the easiest call Anthony Taylor could have had. VAR didn't need to get involved with that one. That was a definite, clear and obvious red card. You can't go around pushing somebody on the top of the head there. As Anthony Gordon off the field having a word with Andy Magler there. Says he don't agree with that one. I think I've just seen him say Malcolm to the ref, the official is stupid. And Alexander Isak, who is back from injury today, is now down on the field of play for Newcastle United, getting some treatment here. So if Gordon has to go off injured here as well, this will go from bad to worse. As Callum Wilson is about to come on here for Newcastle United. Anthony Gordon sent off, if you're just joining us, and it was a definite red card in my opinion for Anthony Gordon. Silly thing to do, as Alexander Isak, who's down receiving some treatment, is coming off to be replaced with 5 minutes to go by Callum Wilson. Newcastle fans on their feet for Wilson to come up and give Isak a second invasion. And Alexander Isak, who is a large part of the way Eddie Howe likes his Newcastle sides to play, is now gone off. He went down holding his knee. He looked like he may just got a recurrence of a problem which he had which kept him out of the Liverpool game. Hopefully not for Newcastle fans' sake. And the way Eddie Howe likes his Newcastle sides to play, but that could be a big blow with the Carabao Cup final in just a couple of weeks' time from now. And you'll be able to hear that match instantly on the channel. We'll tell you a bit more about that nearer the time. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup. Here is Matoma forward towards Lamptey, whose cross is blocked and behind, and we will have a corner kick to be taken here. Can Newcastle United keep out Brighton here, as the Seagulls have got a man advantage? They could swarm all over Newcastle now, the Seagulls. And it's a corner from substitute Brian Gruder to take. In towards the penalty area, goes towards the back post. Chance for a shot. There's a shot in there, takes deflection. Matoma's in there, shot takes a deflection again to the edge of the penalty area. Webster slips as he finds Gruder. Gruder coming forward. Welbeck. Can he deliver the ball into the box? No, he goes back to Webster. Back out wide to Gruder once more. Gruder cuts in field. Still going Gruder. Now Webster. Gruder has it again. Back to Webster this time. Brilliant play. Lamptey does well. He was Isherwood, Leslie run for Webster. Now Welbeck. Gruder's on this near side if Webber wants to use him. He said he goes to Isherwood. Lamptey now has it. Left hand side. He cuts in field with his right foot to find Gruder. Back to Isherwood. Isherwood across there to Van Eyck. Van Eyck gets the ball forward. There's a penalty for João Pedro. He gives the ball away and Wilson is there. Pedro nips back and gets the ball back. Van Eyck has got the ball. Here is Lamptey. Good play this from Lamptey towards the penalty area. He's still going. The penalty. Gruder can't get a strike in. Comes out to Isherwood, who shot his blocked. Lamptey just over the top of the crossbar. It's the final 2 minutes of normal time now to go. And it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton of Albion 1. Yeah, Paul, like I say, President should ask you for trouble, especially on the head as well. Back of the head there as well. And you've got to say, Gordon was silly thing to do. As Luke says, it's a silly thing to do. No, he's got no complaints with that red card. And I can see Newcastle fans having any complaints. Either Cameron McTominay's down injured. I think he may have just got rampantly come here. As we go into the final minute of the 90. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. Everyone just gathering around here. And I think Van Eck is saying there need to be a substitute here. One final commentary game from the FA Cup coming up from 4:30 this afternoon. We've got Manchester United against Fulham at 4:30 this afternoon. Make sure you join us for that one. As well, Paul James, my presenter, will be moving into the commentary seat, and I'll be moving into the presenter seat. And we've got some other matches next weekend as well. In the Premier League returns next week. We've got matches next Sunday as well. But right here and now is Newcastle 1, Brighton 1, and Kyle Matoma has to come off here. There's going to be a substitution here, and it looks like it's Simon Adingra will be coming on to replace Kyle Matoma. And it's Solly March actually who's coming on in the end, and Solly March on the side for quite a while. Back into the side as we enter 6 additional minutes of stoppage time at the end of this second half, and if there's no winner in this next 6 minutes, we'll have extra time. If no winner in that, in the next 30 minutes after that, we'll have potentially a penalty shootout to decide the winners of this FA Cup clash. And this is cleared forward by Dubravka. Heads go up and away. Burn heads it away this time. As Brighton play back forward. Lamptey can't get there. And he's took out Jacob Murphy, and Lamptey, I think he's already been booked, he has. And the game's going to be levelled up here. Terry Lamptey is sent off in stoppage time. Silly challenge to make, but on a yellow card. And he's just made the referee's life easy to level things up. And Terry Lamptey, second yellow card in stoppage time, sees red. And he can have no complaints there. Silly challenge to make. The ball's gone. He leaves his foot in. Murphy's always going to, and he's always going to catch Murphy there. Silly challenge to me when you're on a booking. And Terry Lamptey gets his second yellow and a red. And now he is sent off. And it's 10v10 now. It's Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 here in the FA Cup. What can we do here? Bruno Guimaraes in the air. This is about to take this free kick. Burns in there, Willock in there. Shaw in there, and he comes in. It's in! Dan Burners, Fabian Schär scored! And Katzler scored in stoppage time! It looked like he may have gone early. The VAR will have a look at this. But Newcastle United, as it stands, go 2-1 up in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Fabian Schär with the goal, and I'm sure VAR will have a look at this because somebody automated offsides, and he's offside there for me. Fabian Schär's offside for me. VAR will have a look. Loses somebody automated offsides. Fabian Schär volleys it in. The offside flag didn't go up. I think VAR will have a look at this. No confirmation that VAR's looking at this in a minute. Fabian Schär volleys home. Newcastle 2-1 up. The Vulcan just stood there and watched as he left the boot from Bruno Guimaraes' set piece. And just 2 minutes after And just a few seconds after the red card for Terry Lamptey, Fabian Schär puts the ball in the back of the net. And Newcastle lead by 2-1. Is VAR checking this for offside here? I think there may be, because Newcastle fans are all standing up looking at the screen. VAR is looking at this. I am told VAR is checking this goal here. And we're just waiting to double check, see if this goal will be given. VAR still checking this, I'm told. It's been given on the field. Anthony Taylor gets getting confirmation now. Whistle's gone. VAR signalled. And the referee says the VAR will say it will be. We're still trying to find out what's happening here. The goal is being disallowed. Anthony Taylor said the goal scorer number 5, Fabian Schär, is offside, which means the goal will be disallowed for offside. And for me, I thought it was offside as soon as I saw the replay. And we can see on the automated offside that he's in an offside position. Fabian Schär is slinging that way. And with about a minute to go, maybe a bit more, we've got a game on our hands here. It's still 1-1. Still game to be played in Brighton. They're trying to win the ball back and they've won a throw-in deep in the corner. That goal has been wiped out for Fabian Schär. I mean, Ursula's having a word with the fourth officials, told him to move away. And Gruder will line up a long throw here in towards a penalty. Last chance for the 10 men of Brighton to knock out the 10 men of Newcastle. In Sherwood. Gruder again loses out. But Webster's there, ball forward in towards the penalty area, split away again. Gruder's there, got it in towards the penalty area. Robert can't get back to him. Robert goes down inside the penalty, no penalty given. Advantage is played for Newcastle's. The man went down on the edge of the box. Gimenez can't get the ball forward, he's out of play. We've had the 6 minutes of stoppage time. Tonal is there on the floor. He's going up limping away. Will the full-time whistle go in a second now, I wonder? They wanted the free kick then, Newcastle. And they're booking for Gomez. No one will be given, he's playing on still. Got an extra few minutes for that VAR check. Fabian Schär thought he'd win it for Newcastle. And we still play on. Ball forward in towards the penalty area. Heads up and away by Webster. And knocked into ground by Gomez and looks to work off for Gomez. Referee plays on. Looks to go with a throw quickly. Down to play for them a throw in to Newcastle. Played almost a minute over, which then we'll probably have around about a minute to go here. Ball is forward for Jacob Murphy. Back it goes into the path of Tonali. Schär, who thought he'd won it. Tonali again. Can we see a winner in normal time, or will we have to go to extra time? Here they come. Murphy forward in towards the penalty and the ball goes through and it's behind for a goal kick. It's Brighton. Looks at 1, Brighton 1. And the ball is played for and he goes behind for a goal kick here. Looks at 1, Brighton 1. As we get ready to see what happens here in the game. The ball flicked forward. It's up into the air. Tonali helps it away. Sherwood heads it forward. Now or never for Brighton if they are to win it in normal time. Welbeck to Pedro. Back to Welbeck again. Sherwood's there. We've played over the 6 minutes. We've got almost 8.5 minutes of stoppage time played. We're still not over yet. We could still see a winner in normal time. Will we see a winner in normal time? Eastwood is there. Joling. Tonali helps out at the back. And we could bring this ball away. Can we fetch this ball away? Surely we'll fetch this ball away. Here's Murphy. Jacob Murphy gets the ball forward. Shaw across. Into the path of Byrne. And Byrne gets this ball forward. Newcastle will look to try and get something from this game. There is a full-time whistle. We are heading for an extra 30 minutes of stoppage time to come. It's Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. After 90 minutes, Isak equalises, put Newcastle in front on 22 minutes. Minter equalises on 44. Mustafa Willett on 93. But Fabian Schär's goal was disallowed for offside. Correct call in the end. Extra 30 minutes to come. Full time at St James's Park. After 90 minutes, Newcastle 1, Brighton 1.
Yes, well, nothing to separate these two teams right now. But this game has just about had everything you can imagine. A second disallowed goal for Newcastle in 3 minutes of stoppage time. A superb finish, it has to be said, by Fabian Schär. But the goal was disallowed for offside, as semi-automatic offsides, functioning very, very well and efficiently again. Anthony Gordon sent off for a stupid shove in the back of the head, and Tariq Lamptey joined him in 2 minutes of stoppage time. So we're going to be getting back underway in a few moments' time. Players will take about a 10-minute break. So likewise, we will do, and we'll be back with you for the start of the second half. Well, welcome back to the start of extra time. It's all in the balance right now, and it's back to you, Ross.
Thank you, Paul. As we're back underway in extra time, the Man United game will follow our coverage after this afternoon. We'll keep you updated where the game that will be after this one. But extra time is now underway. In this first period of extra time is underway. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1, 50 minutes either way, and then we will go. If he's still level, we will go to penalty kicks if required, and we'll bring you that shortly as well, and we'll tell you where the Man United game will be following our coverage of this one this afternoon. The yellow card start of the second half goes the way of the Brighton number 25, Diego Gomez. So his Bravka goal. His liver meant to arrive by now for Newcastle. Shawburn and targeted left back. In midfield now, we've got Gimaresh, Willock and Tonali, with Jacob Murphy up front, along with Callum Wilson. Newcastle down to 10 men. For Brighton is the Buggen in goal, Van Eyck, Webster and Pfeiffer at the back. As Newcastle inside the penalty area well, with Wilson. Does a good bit of movement here, Wilson. Breaks up to Bruno Gimaresh in towards the penalty area he goes. Holds up the play well. Willock tees up Livramento. Jacob Murphy signs the ball up. Edges away the near post. The far post burns there well. And is cleared away. Here come the ball in towards the penalty area again. Claimed in the end well by Vought. But the Bruggen remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup as Bart the Bruggen claims the simple catch there. We will bring you every kick of the Manchester United game in its entirety following the conclusion of this game this afternoon. We may have to switch over to the channels of the Manchester United game. So let's go to penalties and move the Man United game over to TCub2 amongst other and JB Sports amongst other channels if needed. We'll keep it on these channels. There'll be a new stream straight up for you to follow us after our coverage here today. So here comes Willock for Newcastle United in towards the penalty area crossing. Chest down. Sandro Tonali's there, but saved by Bart the Bruggen in the end, and Newcastle United almost getting a media start to the second half in this game. It remains Newcastle. Brighton 1 in the FA Cup, and what a game we've got in offering in the FA Cup this afternoon at Old Trafford. Manchester United against Fulham. We will bring you that as soon as on a fresh stream, as soon as this one has finished this afternoon in the FA Cup. We'll keep you up to date with that game. There remains nil. It's still 1-1 here, 0-0. Old Trafford with the game kicking off at 4:30 this afternoon. Will we see a winner in extra time in this game today, or will we have to go all the way to the dreaded penalty kicks that we have to endure in the end there, as we see the game unfold? Is Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in our featured match right now in the FA Cup. We'll have more FA Cup coverage straight after us as well. Manchester United against Fulham kicks off at 4:30 in the afternoon, and we'll keep you bang up to date with the conclusion of this game and the full Manchester United game as well to come, as well as Burn clears the ball away and out for a throw-in for Brighton Hove Albion. Good start to the second half by both sides in this game today in the FA Cup. We'll keep you bang up to date with everything that happens in the other game as soon as our game is finished as well. We'll head over to, you can head over and listen to that over there as well. We'll stay with us for the conclusion of this one before you head over to that one this afternoon in the FA Cup. Here is Brighton in possession through Webster. Good movement here by the Seagulls to keep hold of possession. Van Eyck ensure he's playing as a third centre back, either side of in between Van Eyck and Webster this afternoon, since the red card to Tariq Lamptey. It remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup. If you're just joining us, we've seen 2 red cards. Let's get both teams down to 10 men. And is there a chance for a penalty for Brighton? The referee says no. And there's a stoppage in play while the both players get up. It's Dan Burn and Yao Pedro in there as Welbeck puts the ball in towards the penalty area, and it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. Here comes Brighton, who can get back in numbers as Newcastle look to come forward in possession. It remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup this afternoon as we watch this game unfold. Fabian Schär with possession for Newcastle United sends this ball long downfield and heads up and away it goes. Here is the brilliant Groder for Brighton, and he tries to come forward. It's a João Pedro away. Dan Burn is across there, reads it well for Target. Infield it goes. Then that's a wonderful turn from Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes now finds Livramento. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. Big shout out to my good friend JB. Good to hear you back on the airwaves on Friday evening, my friend. Good to have you with us here today. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. Bruno Guimaraes gets the ball out wide. It goes. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 is the scoreline. Here Newcastle come forward with Dan Burn. Good work here for Dan Burn in possession. His target does well. Bruno Guimaraes does well as also to keep hold of possession. Shaw into Tonali. Target into Willock. Willock into the penalty area goes. Crossed in. Head up and away. João Pedro's there. He's pulled by Tonali. And that could be a yellow card for the Newcastle man. In the end there, as we see this game unfold, it's Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup. As there's a Brighton man down, I think it's João Pedro just needs to relieve a bit of cramp if needs be for this game today between these two sides. As it's still 1-1, João Pedro now back onto his feet, helped up, then he's limping away due to cramp that he has picked up in the FA Cup between Newcastle and Brighton. You can see Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in this game. Newcastle knocking on the door themselves extra time, but Brighton are as well. As here's Danny Welbeck in towards the penalty. Welbeck line up a shot here. Gomez shot is saved. Welbeck back across, cleared away by Dan Burn. Gomez sends on the penalty. Shot comes in and deflects just wide. Newcastle won a penalty. But won a penalty for handball. Nothing going to be given there. The scrum is shot wide, but Danny Welbeck in behind after Livramento slipped there. And that was so unlucky. Sets up Gomez brilliantly. Shot saved well. Comes back out. Welbeck across goal. Clears away. Comes back out to vie for there. And the shot comes in. Is this a penalty? Yes, that should be a penalty to Newcastle. To Brighton. Handball by Livramento. Newcastle have got away with one there. Corner kick in. Heads got a pen away. Comes out to the edge of the penalty area. Gomez is there. Now March. Solly March leaves a cross in. Van Eyck is in there and he clears away. Shot comes in on the volley and just over the top of the crossbar. Big effort there, and Brighton should have had a penalty, but it's not been given. And we see this again. Shot comes in and brilliant save by Dubravka. And then as he comes back out to vie for clear on ball. In the end, it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. In the end there, it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup. Be interesting to see whether this will go all the way to penalties. in the end there. And Brighton on the charge again. Can they get William Gomez? Back to Welbeck inside the penalty, back for Gomez again. Welbeck continues his run around the corner. Chip the ball back in. Burn heads it away. He's still not clear. Murphy's there. And he's Byfield picks up possession. Back he goes again. And JB not happy with the red card to Gordon. But JB, my friend, is a definite red card. You can't shove someone in the back of your head. You can't raise your hands like that. And it remains 1-1 here in the FA Cup there between Newcastle and Brighton. And he goes out of play through a throw-in. And very shortly I'll be naming my player of the match this afternoon. And the player of the match has been someone who's been really brilliant today for me, in my opinion. And has caused a number of problems to the opposition when he's had possession of the football. We'll wait to see who that is and is. Looks like coming for Willock. Is he fouled there by Van Eyck? He is, and Van Eyck gives away a free kick and he will be booked. He will leave Van Eyck. No, says the referee. But this has been a really good game thus far in the FA Cup game here. Just send my man of the match over to my producer to announce which I'll announce at half time in extra time. In this game, will we see one of these sides come out on top, or will we go to penalties in the end? It looks like that's the way we may be going as it stands right now. It remains 1-1 between Newcastle and Brighton. Can we see a goal in extra time for it to be a winner? Brothers there. Go to Yao Pedro. And Yao Pedro is still going in his foul. There's a no, says the referee. Yao Pedro can't win the ball back while laid on the floor. And now Viper is across there, well up against Murphy, and puts it out for a throw-in. Really good play this by both of these two sides. Going for it in extra time. It's Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in extra time. If you're just joining us, Russ Vernon to guide you through the action. Dan Burn with possession. Willock, good movement across to Tonali. Tonali forwarding towards the penalty area. Tonali has it again. Willock has it again. Now Target. His cross is blocked by Webster, who's come out to this side, and Gruner's out there too to block it. Hands on deck stuff now. Both these sides, header comes in and wide from Callum Wilson. In the end, it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. Eddie Howe encouraging his team on here. They're just encouraging his team on here. Yeah, both sides are playing well with the radio jingles and gaming. In the end there, in my opinion. So we'll see this game unfold. Coming up towards the end of the first period of extra time. And I'll give you my player of the match at the next stoppage in play. Gruder flicks it on for Welbeck. And Welbeck still going for Brighton. Is he goes on, is he a foul there? Referee says no. Gruder's got to no, this time for Brighton towards the penalty area. Gruder goes the ball back. No, Pedro can he get a strike and he can't. Takes the deflection and he's cleared by Dubravka. And Dubravka rolls it out for Jacob Murphy. What an end-to-end game this is, coming forward now. End-to-end stuff in extra time. Here's Willock. Cuts in field, Willock. How wide he goes to Target. His cross is blocked. And he will be out for a throw-in. And it remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup. Ball towards the penalty area. Newcastle giving the ball away as Gruder can pick up for Brighton. Into 1 minute to stop at the end of this first period of extra time. And I can announce that the player of the match today will go to Brighton's number 9, João Pedro. Fantastic performance from him. He's led the line well. Got the assist for the Brighton equaliser, which was scored by Jakub Minter. He's caused a lot of problems for this Newcastle defence today, João Pedro. And knowing that he's put himself about and caused a real nuisance, and a brilliant ball to set up Jakub Minter for the equaliser. But at half time, in extra time, it is 1-1 between Newcastle and Brighton. But João Pedro is the player of the match this afternoon. As we're now at half time in extra time, with a scoreline of 1-1. And we'll stay with you while the extra time half-time break is on, because we'll be getting back underway very, very shortly. Some tactical tweaks being made by both managers in the FA Cup at half-time in this game. As we get ready for the second period of extra time to come. In this game, what a match we have done for this game today. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1, as we get ready shortly for the second half. We're just looking at some of the chances. This is a chance for Brighton. Gomez with the shot save, come back out to Vifer here, and we look at this angle here. It looks like he's on by body, but when you look at it from this angle here, you can clearly see that that is a penalty for Brighton. Clear use of the hand in the end there, and you've got to say that Brighton have really should have had a penalty, and Newcastle have got away with one there. But Brighton are really causing a few problems here now, and we'll keep you bang up to date with the conclusion of this game, and then we'll head over, and then you can head over to the other stream for the Man United game, if you like, where Paul James will be bringing you the commentary of over there very, very shortly on that match. Keep you bang up to date with this game here, and we can tell you that the second half of extra time is about to get underway in this game, with Newcastle kicking off. It will be Callum Wilson who will get us off and underway in the second period of extra time, and second period of extra time is underway now in the FA Cup. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. Russ Vernon, your man on the microphone, getting you through this game. We could have penalties if there's not a winner in the next 15 minutes time in this game. And Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 is the scoreline as it stands right now, and Newcastle have possession at the back, with Vernon. Target now gets the ball forward to Joe Willock, drops it back there, Willock to his centre back Shaw there, who finds Vernon now. Shaw has it again, brilliant ball through to Gimaresh, and Newcastle and Brighton down to 10 men, remember. Lamptey and Gordon sent off in normal time, and you've got to say both red card. Lamptey was a second yellow, and you've got to say silly challenge when already on a yellow card to make. But for Gordon, it was just stupid. Why is someone on the back of the head when you know if you raise your hands you're going to be sent off? With Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 is the scoreline. It is Jacob Murphy coming forward. Murphy does well here. Back to Bruno Gimaresh. Now Murphy once more. Pushing towards the penalty. Gimaresh has it again. Right hand side is Tonali. His cross is blocked by Vifer, and out for a throw-in to Brighton Hove Albion. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup. Conclusion of this game, you can head over to the same channels where you'll find Manchester United versus Fulham in the FA Cup over there, and we'll keep you up to date with that game on here when if our game goes to penalties, the exchanges on there, and then you can head over to the other page for the full coverage of the FA Cup match over there with Paul James bringing you that one very, very shortly. The team news is in for that one, incidentally. We'll see if there's any changes very soon from the last Premier League meeting outings for both sides. In a moment, the shot comes in here for Newcastle as they're on the front foot trying to get something from this game here tonight. And be interesting to see whether this goes to penalties, because as it stands right now, it looks like it will be heading that way in the FA Cup. So far as Nooks have put the ball in, it's pushed behind from Willock's centre by Verbruggen, and it's currently 1-1 still. And that was a decent chance for Newcastle United. Murphy round the corner, and there is Willock, who forced a good save from Verbruggen. He tries to put the ball into the box. There it remains. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. We could potentially have penalty kicks if this is the way this game ends. As Target delivers a cross in towards the penalty, Ed scoping away. Now to Tonali, who strike, he's blocked. His effort is blocked. It bounces up into the air. Comes out to Target this time. His effort is blocked. Tonali and Target having efforts on goal, both being blocked. Well, this has been a good game in the FA Cup tonight. It's happening this morning, depending where you are across the world. Here comes Brighton in possession. It's Isherwood. Good play for Webster. Can Webster bring this ball forward? He can bring this ball forward. And he's now with Van Eyck. Van Eyck will look forward. Down the line he goes there for Brighton as they've played on that far side. Good work here for Brighton as they will come forward with Webster. Got Viper on this near side if he wants to use him, but he goes to the other side and to the far side over there as Brighton look to keep hold of possession. Webster wanting movement, and he gets movement from Viper. Viper does well here, drops it into the path of Isherwood. There is Van Eyck. March, back into Van Eyck again. Brighton just knocking the ball around well. Welbeck. Back in to Webster. Webster across. Into the path there of the number 8 Roeder. Out wide to March. Solly March up against Target. He takes on his man. Gets towards the ball line. Can he pull the ball back across? He can't. Can he get there? João Pedro's looking to try and get an end of that. It goes down and a free kick will be given for Brighton. Foul by Fabian Schär. And this has been a good match thus far in the FA Cup. Clear push by Fabian Schär into the back on João Pedro, our player of the match. And you've got to say this game has been brilliant tonight. It remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup this afternoon. It remains Newcastle 1, Brighton 1 in the FA Cup. Here is Roeder, edge of the penalty area goes. Gomez delivers across towards the back post, head scope. He's in there, Target is there, and he's cleared away now. Gomez is there up against Willock. Guimaraes is there, looks to win a throw, they take it quickly. Willock. Now or never for Newcastle unless he continues. Coming up here now, Willock does well. Edge of the penalty corner flag box. To know the edge of the penalty area. Murphy. Good movement. Towards the penalty area. Murphy again. Shot is blocked. Still moving. Can we get him? Here's Gimaresh. In towards Tonali. The cross pulls the ball back. It's blocked. Gimaresh is in towards the penalty area. Cleared away. And now Brighton trying to come forward, but Newcastle won the ball back. Matt Target is there. Good work here, Target. In towards Tonali. Edge of the penalty area he goes. Here's Murphy. Edge of the penalty area. Murphy shoots. He's blocked. Up into the air. Tonali now. Crossing deep. Edge of the and away. Cleared away. In towards the penalty area he goes. Edge go up and away. Cleared forward by Yao Pedro. Anyway, we'll do for Brighton. Solly March is trying to go on the end of this as Dubravka comes out to his goal. Pedro's there. Yao Pedro does well. Yao Pedro, the March is onside. Good is onside now. And chance Brighton can come forward. His March. Solly March is coming forward. Through into Danny Welbeck. Chance for Brighton. Welbeck has scored. No, Brighton have done it! In extra time, Brighton have scored through Danny Welbeck. Would you believe it? Welbeck, what a game! What a game this has been! Wow, what a match this has been! Brighton have taken the lead, and it's that man, the former Arsenal Manchester United striker Danny Welbeck on the score sheet. Brilliant bit of play. You see this brilliant running. Watch this for a pass. He's onside. And Danny Welbeck has squeezed it in there. And he looks as though Brighton may have just found a winner in extra time. JB is onside. Livramento plays him on. Livramento plays him on and he has scored. Brighton have scored. And it's Danny Welbeck who has scored it. Newcastle 1, Brighton 2. And what a game this has been. What a match this has been. Newcastle 1, Brighton 2. And there is round about 5 minutes now for Brighton to hold on. We're back underway in this game. Brighton have played well, JB. They've been the better side since the second half, in my opinion. Here they come now. Newcastle have got to try and find something here now. Tonali. He slips here. Target back to Tonali again. Good work. Here's Byrne. Really good full work from Byrne. He goes in towards Willock inside the penalty area. Joe Willock. Can he get a strike in there? He can't. Manek is there. If we get Willock and he's done well to hold Willock up. And he wins the ball back. March clears it forward. Anyway, we'll do for Brighton now. It's into the centre circle and Fabian Schär picks up possession. Here comes Murphy. Good play from Jacob Murphy. How wide it goes. Here's moving to you now is Gimaresh. Target. Gimaresh again. What can Gimaresh do here? Can turn. Wonderful ball out wide. Brilliant ball in towards the penalty area. It is blocked by Target. It's out of play. There will be a throw-in to Newcastle. Target takes it quickly to Dan Byrne. Dan Byrne charges down the left-hand side. He crossing towards the penalty area. Wilson's in there, but there's an header away by Webster. Brighton, every man behind the ball, defending for their team now. What a game this has been. What a game this has been this afternoon. Newcastle 1 and Brighton 2. Newcastle thought they won it in stoppage time at the end of the second half. It was ruled out for offside, correct call, and then it looks like Welbeck is winning for Brighton in extra time. Burn. Well, shot in and it's just wide from Dan Burn. 114th minute goal from Danny Welbeck may seem to be the difference. As it stands right now, what a game this has been. What a game this has been this afternoon. The Avon Media Radio jingles in gaming. Both teams have played exceptionally well. What a game this has been. Less than 3 minutes plus stop time to go in extra time. Byford sends this ball forward. Murphy is there. He comes in for Welbeck. Welbeck has won it back and he's still got for Welbeck. He's penalised for a foul on Murphy when he clearly won the ball by Danny Welbeck. Target picks up the ball as Murphy sends a crossfield pass to get Newcastle down the field. Running back to try and stop him from doing that. Willock there with Van Eyck plays off Willock now for a throw to Brighton. That's good defending from Paul Van Eyck there, and he's done absolutely fantastically well. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant challenge. Bad there, and Brighton, in my opinion, have been the better side since the 60th minute onwards in this game. It looked like there was only one team wanting to win this game in extra time, in my opinion, which was Brighton. Now Newcastle are trying to throw in the kitchen sink at it. There's a minute left plus stoppage time to go. Can Newcastle get something from this game and take it to penalties potentially? Here comes Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes round the corner. Chipped in towards the back post. Edge went up. He breaks for Tonelli at the back post. Can't pick out target. Can he? No. Van Eyck is there and he clears it to win. He's won a free kick. That's brilliant defensive work from Jan-Paul Van Eyck back there. And Jan-Paul Van Eyck knows that was brilliant piece of defending. What that defending means there. I'm not even going to read JB's comments out anymore, guys. If you're on YouTube, you can see what he's saying. Because he's not speaking fairly as JB. In my opinion, anyway. It's Newcastle 1, Brighton 2, and Newcastle fans leaving in their droves. We've got 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this match. Will we see a winner? Will the Welbeck goal be the winner? Will Newcastle come back from the brink of elimination to send this to penalties? Newcastle 1, Brighton 2 is the scoreline. Brilliant bit of play this. Shot comes in and just wide. In the end there from Joe Willock. Maybe he should have gone for the cross there than the shot. Willock there. JB, why are you annoyed? Brighton have played well. And Brighton, in my opinion, have been the better side since the 60th minute. I don't get why you're annoyed. Ball is played forward. There's Welbeck. Looks to be the match winner. And Brighton have sent it into the corner. They want it to go into the corner. Murphy just keeps the ball in play. Newcastle fans leaving in their droves. Murphy sends it forward. Now or never for Newcastle. Looks like it'll be never. It's played back forward by Inshelwood. And now, here they come again, Newcastle. Can they get something from this game? Livramento. For Murphy. Now or never for Newcastle as Murphy's cross comes in. Verbruggen claims and dives onto it and keeps it grasped into his chest here. Brighton, looks like they've done it, and looks like they've knocked out Newcastle United. Danny Welbeck, as Nicholas says, Danny Welbeck, you are the man. That's what he'll be. Danny Welbeck will be the man. And Danny Welbeck is the man. Newcastle United are out of the FA Cup. Brighton Hove Albion have won it by 2-1. A penalty from Alexander Isak opened the scoring. Just 22 minutes on the clock. Eko Minter equalised on 44 minutes from as well. Set up by Yao Pedro, player of the match. Anthony Gordon scored on 83 minutes for a slap on the back of the head of Paul Van Eyck. Lamptey then got sent off in stoppage time. Newcastle then thought they'd win it against the 10-man of Brighton. When Fabian Schär scored, but only for it to be ruled out for offside in extra time. Took it to extra time. And then in the 114th minute, two substitutes combined. Solly March set up Danny Welbeck, and the full-time score at St James's Park is Newcastle United 1, Brighton Hove Albion 2. That's what we've got time for on this particular feed. We're now going to be heading over, ending this feed right now, and heading over to the next feed for Manchester United against Fulham. Join us in a minute's time for that game there. More the team here. Thank you very much, and goodbye for now.